Hi everyone, this is Eva and I'm sending you from Sweden, and with me is my schnauzer puppy Chevy. He's 7 months old and will be responsible for some of the background noises today. And I'm here right now and I want to talk about the global events that are going on, and I have receiving a lot of hints from other side when I've been in meditation, and I have also experienced a lot of these feelings that are going around right now, and I can sum it up as a emotional collapse and a system collapse of society. And what I do mean by that is that we are human beings and we do have emotions and we are experiencing our emotions. And for the moment, in this now, many of us has experienced questioning about ourselves, our belief system, our beliefs in society, in governments, in humanities. We have disbelief in something more, something greater than ourselves, our higher selves. We have disbelief in our deep, deep emotions and our awareness. We are questioning, is there something out there? Is there something bigger than us? Is there a reason for me being here? And that will turn into some sort of anger. Anger, like if there is something bigger out there, reveal itself, show yourself. And for those who are connected to or believe in a collective beyond Earth, a collective like, let's say, extraterrestrials or humanoids, there has been an anger towards those collectives for not being here visible, showing themselves. We are living in a time of disclosure, and everywhere we go, there are events popping up and promising us to to show this disclosure that are out there. To we will expose the truth. We will show you how to move forward, and it's an upcoming event, and it's here and it's here and it's here, and many are starting to feel like this here in this right now ain't coming, it's not happening. And that is a questioning that moves over from anger to fear. Is this how it's supposed to be? Shouldn't there be something more profound? Isn't there going to be some kind of planetary intervening here right now and showing everybody that I'm right in my belief system and you are wrong? And I'm not saying that we are all experiencing the same thing, because we're not. We have different ways to experience and show our emotions, and not everybody is going through the same process as everybody else. But I have been shown that this is some of the happenings right now for a lot of humans here on Earth, and most of us are going through some of those emotions. And whether it's disbelief, questioning our reality, feeling anger or fear, there are an emotional collapse taking place at this moment right now. And that is some way how it should be, because we are ripping apart something that we have to go through, and to come out from the other side, we need to rip it apart to see what it's all about. Go inside and face the disbelief within, face the questioning within, face the anger within, the fear within. And yes, there is a planetary intervening right now, and it's taking place, and you are playing a part in this now, right here and right now, by going through all of these emotions. And are they necessary? Yes, they are, because we are moving closer to 2022, and 2022 is a year that will connect us in a expansion from within, from our heart. It is a year of synchronicity, harmonizing, expansion, affinity for or to everything, and increasing of awareness. And to be able to move into those things, to feel the affinity, you have to release your doubts, your fear, your questionings, and whatever emotional states you are going through that are keeping you in a loop of this lower vibration. And how we are going to do that? Well, it's not that easy, but we have to release and understand that we are connected to each other. And by holding on to this lower vibration of fear and anger within ourselves, we are projecting that energy from us out there. And if you are a believer that we are all connected in something greater than ourselves, in a higher purpose, in a matrix, and then you see, or you can visualize how that anger will affect my fellow people, how it will affect everything around me. And this connection that I personally believe that we have is not only towards people, it's also towards animals, plants, earth, universe, and everything around us. And if we are connecting to each other, or are connected to each other, we have also a responsibility to be responsible for what we are putting out there, how we are affecting our human fellows around us, how we are affecting the earth by the way we are living, how we are affecting our family, friends, animals, co-workers, the grass we are standing on, the habitat we are living in, the universe that we want to connect with. We are all a part of the greater one, and we are all connected in minds. So if we are going for a higher consciousness, and we want to take the leap into the future and to connect with a higher, what we think is higher being, there are no higher hierarchies or whatever you call it. But there are steps, dimensions, levels, etc. And there are different beings from different dimensional standing there waiting for co-work with us, co-create with us, to learn us how to use the higher frequency and higher vibrations in other dimensions. And to take that leap, we need to release all that is weighing us down. And right now, it's a lot of the emotional stuff that we are holding so tight within ourselves. And there are no saints in human form that are free from these emotions. Everybody has something deep, deep inside, very deep inside, and somehow we make it so precious for that feeling to be within ourselves, and we feel sometimes like we are losing our self or our identity by letting that feeling go. But we are not. That will give us an opportunity to expand, to move forward, to be a part of something new, to relearn and re-experiencing something from another perspective. So it's kind of a comfort zone of holding on to what's inside of you. And everybody's doing it, so am I. I'm also holding on to some things, and I also need to let go of them because they are weighing me down. And everybody has something within themselves. So, how to release the anger without releasing it out in the global matrix that is around us, that are connecting us. And there's a layers of matrix. There are a lot of matrix going on as we speak, and we are connected to one or to several of this matrix. So use your discernment when we are talking, and take what's resonating to you from your perspective of what is correct for you. But for now on, we are focusing on releasing the anger, the fear, the aggressive, the depression, the questioning about ourselves. And to do that, I have sort of brought forward an old a prayer, and it's the Hooponopono. It's a Hawaiian prayer, and it's a very simple practice that we can use for ourselves to move forward, to help us release some of the disturbing emotions that we have, that we want to release and let go of. And I'm going to share my screen at the moment. Let's see if we can get it here. Yes. So the Hooponopono is a Hawaiian prayer. And what it is that is a practice, and is divided in 4 steps. And it's built on, well, before we go there, I just want to put it out that this Hooponopono is so much bigger than these 4 steps, of course. And it's a very deep process, and they are taught by the spiritual leaders or kahunas trained in Hawaiian tradition. And what we are going to use here is Dr. Yulen, who has simplified 4 steps for us to be able to practice in our daily lives, that are giving results, and it's giving us keys to think in a different way about how we are processing what is happening to us. But if you want to learn more about what Hooponopono really is, that's a difficult word. If you want to know more about it, so please go into his homepage and learn more. He has links there that are directing you to seminars and classes, and these are very powerful healing tools, the Hooponopono. So treat them with respect, And remember that this is a simplified version, a method that is brought from the traditional ways. And if you want to go deeper, get in touch with someone who are actually giving classes or seminars in how this works in a deeper level. So what we are going to do here is I'm going to give credit to the Hawaiian therapist, and let's see if I can say his name. Ale Akala Yulen, doctor. Yeah, he's a doctor. And what he has been the key man in this Hooponopono is that he's supposed to be a Hawaiian therapist, and they say that he's not supposed, he is an Hawaiian therapist, and they are saying that he cured an entire ward of criminal insane patients without ever meeting any one of them or spending a moment in the same room, by using the Hawaiian prayer Hooponopono. And he only read the files of every patient that he had in that ward, and he healed them by healing himself. And he used the Hawaiian prayer, and that method he called self-identity through Hooponopono. Self-identity. Self-identity. And you can see that it's a resemblance to I am. And a lot of these steps that we are going through is based on I am and identity. So everything is in your mind. So don't search for healing out there. Heal your inside, your mind. And when they say there is no out there, they mean that everything is happening to you inside of your mind. Maybe you ask yourself the question, how? How is that happening? How could it be so? Well, you are creating with your mind. And if you think about that, everything that you are seeing, hearing, and every person or anything or everything that you are meeting or interacting with are experiences processed in your mind, and they are experienced inside your mind. So if you only think it's out there, outside of yourself, and you think that it absolves and releases you of your responsibility, then ask you the question, what if it is the quite opposite? What if you are responsible for everything you are thinking or comes to your attention? And if you are watching television, you are watching a news feed, then you are seeing. And if you are listening to a conversation or participating in hearing something, you are using your hearing. And if you are using your seeing and hearing, you are participating in the experiencing, in the words that are expressed. And that is somehow a responsibility, because you are the one using that information in some sort of creation of thoughts. Harsh? Well, it also means that you are also able to clear it. You can clean up your mind, and by doing a forgiveness of what is happening, you can change your way of thinking. So, forgiveness from Hawaiian prayer. Well, the method is based upon 4 steps. And repentance, forgiveness, gratitude, and love, they are forces here that are at work. And each of one of those forces are so very, very powerful. And it really doesn't matter in which order you are using it. If you will start with forgiveness or love or gratitude, it doesn't matter, because there are those pillar of lights, those pillar of creation that is taking place, that are powerful, and when they are combined together, they are creating an amazing power of universal law and attraction. And Dr. Len's method of Hooponopono is that you can use this method all by yourself. You doesn't need to have anyone who assists you in the process. And it doesn't require that you are physically present with the one that you are. Maybe if there is a person, you don't have to be present with that person in order to forgive. And you doesn't have to relive the physical moment of something that has happened. And it's all in your mind. And all you have to do is say those words inside of your head, in your mind. And the power of creation is within the feeling and the willingness of the universe to forgive and to love. So we're moving to step 1, repentance or remorse. And it is, I am sorry. If we, me and you, if we are responsible for everything that is happening around us and happens in our minds, it will be based on the fact that we are all connected to each other, to everything existing outside of ourselves, like trees, animals, humans, earth, and universe. And that connection makes us responsible for things that may seem to be caused by an outside force created out there. Think like the butterfly effect. When the butterfly wings will create a storm somewhere else in the near future. Repentance. When you acknowledge the connection, you realize it's natural to feel sorry. I can feel sorrow and be full of remorse that something in my consciousness has created a destructive idea. And I'm so very sorry that someone I know is going through heaviness that I realize that I have caused for them. And there will likely be resistance to accepting responsibility for the out there things and for those kind of issues that are around us. And until you can feel your connection to everything around you, and until you do, try to practice this method with inside of yourself, in here, in your heart, and use those problems to create results before you go further to see the steps outside of yourself. Start with choosing something that you already know you've caused for yourself, any kind of addiction, like whether it's sugar, nicotine, alcohol, anything else. Start with things you know creates problem for you. For example, anger issues. We were talking about emotional feelings. So start there and say you're sorry. That's the whole step. I'm sorry. If you find it hard to get in touch with a feeling, make it clear. I realize that I am responsible for these issues in my life, and I feel remorse that something in my consciousness has caused it. And that is the repentance. I'm sorry. I'm taking responsibility for the issues around me or inside of me, and I feel remorse that something in my consciousness has caused it. And step 2, ask for forgiveness. Please forgive me. Don't overthink it. Don't worry about who you really are asking for forgiveness. Just ask, please forgive me. Say it over and over and mean it. Remember the remorse you had from step 1, that you are sorry. I am sorry. And ask to be forgiven. Step 3, gratitude. Thank you. Say it. Thank you. And the same goes for here. Do not overthink it either. Don't overthink what you are thanking. It really doesn't matter who or what you are thanking. You may say thank you to your body for all you do for me, or thank yourself for being the best you can be, thank God, or thank the universe, thank whatever it is and whatever it was that just forgave you. Just keep saying thank you. Step 1, I am sorry. Step 2, please forgive me. Step 3, thank you. And moving on to step 4, I love you. I love you. And there is nothing so powerful as the word love, the feeling love, the emotion love. So say it again. I love you, to your body, to universe, to God, to your fellow human. Say I love you to the air you breathe, to every challenge you ever face, to your life. And say it over and over again. Mean it in your mind. Feel it in your heart. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Those are those steps that you can use to release those heavy emotions that are pulling you down, that is weighing you down in this moment. Maybe that you have been confronting yourself. Maybe you have been confronting universe for not showing up the way you want want universe to show up, or you want everybody around you to show up. So start with go with that feeling that makes you upset, angry, fear, whatever it is. We were talking about this earlier: disbelief, questioning, anger, fear. And use this Hooponopono to set it free. Use it to set those emotions free by using the power of I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And I love you. And the beauty is, you don't have to remember the order. You can use them in any order that you want to. And it is by will and feeling. you will feel it when you are repeating it. So mean it with your mind and feel it within your heart, and things will be just fine. And remember, there are planetary intervention going on as we speak, and we are up for so many beautiful meetings in the future. So work on releasing whatever holding you back at the moment. And thank you for being here, and good luck with the Hooponopono. Bless you. Bye bye.